Hey Erin, it's Becky and Leanna here with Gray Owl Marketing. Nice to connect with you on Facebook. Here's the video that I promised you. I will keep it brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to help bring in more customers to your business when you're ready. Because oftentimes in the world of the internet, I know most local business owners are just too busy running their business to keep up with how the internet can really work for them and benefit their company, and I know firsthand how busy you guys are. So I'll go ahead and get started. As you can see here, I am on your Refinery Hill website, which when I take a look at it, has some gorgeous pictures here, and a nice shout out to your venue, and a little bit of local information about your farm to table, which these pictures are gorgeous. But what I want to start out by saying is the first thing that you need to know if you really want to optimize with Google is you need to have at least 1,500 words of content on your home page. And it looks like you guys maybe have a couple hundred here because content is really king with Google. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher than others. And Google really likes to see high quantity and high quality information. So you want your business to show up on page 1 when your customers are searching for you on Google, right? So make sure to think about having 1,500 words or more on that home page to optimize for that. Um, and making sure to think about what kind of content you're putting on there. So I pulled up your site in a tool here I use for my business called Ahrefs, and this is kind of a dashboard of what your online presence looks like for Refinery Hill. And there's a few things that we look at here. First, we look at the UR and the DR here. We really like to see, and this is kind of like your online reputation, if you will, and we really like to see this UR number above 20 or 30, ideally above 40. And you want to have like a 1-for-1 ratio between your UR and your DR number. So you can see here your organic traffic is a little low. Like you said, you're not really promoting the business yet. And when I open it up here and look at kind of the keywords that you're ranking for right now, or that you're at least getting some traffic for, wedding venues, McDonough, Georgia. This is the one where it's getting 200 searches a month. That's a massive amount of searches. And this is a key one to point out because wedding venues, McDonough, Georgia is what we call a buyer intent keyword. And you can see here you're ranking number 27 for that. So you're not close to showing up in front of your customers for that. Now, thinking about that, when you think about buyer intent keywords and talking about your page and optimizing, my first recommendation is that 1,500 words on your homepage, but think about buyer intent keywords when you're building out that 1,500 words on your page. So the second thing I want to talk to you about is your Google My Business. So every month when they're searching for those things, we want to see your Google business profile show up. And again, I know that you're not quite there yet, but when I search for Refinery Hill, it's really cool that your catering service comes up and you're funneling a lot of business through that. But you want to think about having a separate Google business profile for your Refinery Hill venue so that when people are searching, it comes up, and that optimizes, again, the credibility with Google. So my second recommendation for you is to think about building that page. And when you do build that page, obviously reviews are number one. Google likes to see a lot of reviews, ideally 5-star reviews when they're thinking about credibility. And you want to think about making sure that this, what we call the NAPA, your name, address, and phone number, match exactly on your Google profile as it does on your website page. So your name, address, and phone number needs to match exactly because Google is a computer algorithm, so it really likes to lend credibility to that. And so when you think about that, you want to think about putting your footprint across the internet in multiple different locations in the tons of different, what we call like business directories or citations, so that you have a large footprint across the web, and that gains credibility. And again, the important thing to think about that is your name, address, and phone number have to match exactly in all of those directories in order for it to point back to your Google business page. The last thing I'll say about your Google business page is, again, having beautiful pictures like you do here. You want to have those same things for your Refinery Hill profile, and you want to think about adding buyer intent keywords, and you save it. So you can see here when I look to save it, it just says UV. But think about when you save these pictures, save them as buyer intent keywords, and also put geotags on those, because by doing this, Google will not only see what type of business you do, but where you're doing it by using those geotags. And this is really going to gain a lot of credibility on your online presence. So again, when people are searching for similar things, your business is going to show up. And the last thing I'll talk about is backlinks. Again, when I showed you here about your online reputation, when you think about backlinks, the interesting thing is here, again, when I search wedding venues, McDonough, Georgia, like I said, is getting 200 searches a month, which is massive traffic. And I look at here on who's showing up. The really interesting thing here is none of your main competitors, this is an ad, there's 3 different sections of the search page when somebody searches. First are the ads, which are great. They gain some traffic. These obviously are things that people are paying for. They're really great to fill in gaps in your online presence, but you do want to make sure that when you're using ads that you're doing it well so that it doesn't become a money pit for you unnecessarily. The second section is the map section here. So again, you can see this is an ad. And a lot of people will click on ads, but a lot of people will scroll right past the ads and ignore them and go to this map section here. And so these are your top 3 competitors, which is fascinating because none of them looks like they have a website at all. So you're already ahead of the game by having a website. So if you optimize your content and get a Google My Business page for that, you're going to be really ahead of your competitors from that respect. So when I look again, and then there's this third section here, which is what we call the organic traffic. A lot of people will look here, but then some will even scroll past that and go to this section, which we call the organic traffic. And you want to try to rank not only in this organic traffic, but also in this map section here. But it is important that the majority of the traffic kind of goes to this map section here. So when you think about your main competitors not even having a website, if they were to ever have a website, again, when I go back to here for that third tip about backlinks, you want to optimize the backlinks you have. And essentially, backlinks are like your online reputation with Google. So as you can see here, you have 25 referring domains, but not all referring domains are created equal. Some of them are more important than others. So for example, if you have a referring domain from Pizza Hut, it's not relevant to a wedding venue, so it's not going to have as high of authority as others. So when you look down here at this do follow number, 21 of your referring domains are what's giving your UR number of 11 here. So you have a lot of opportunity to continue to add backlinks that have authority to push your UR number and your DR number up quite a bit and getting you just dominating the competition here with this search volume of 200 a month. So those are the 3 tips for you. Again, just to summarize, content is king. You want at least 1,500 words on your homepage, and you really want to optimize those for buyer intent keywords. The second is about citations. So when you think about your profile and when you go to build your Refinery Hill Google business profile, you want 200 to 300 of these referring citations, your name, address, and phone number in different directories across the web, adding a good quantity of pictures, including using keyword indicators as saving them, and as well as geotags. And then the third would be about optimizing your backlinks and creating really powerful backlinks to build your reputation and have those relevant locations. So if you implement these strategies today, you can be #1 across Google and you can just blow your competition out of the water. You can always reach out to me and I can help you build that if you're interested. That's a more effective route so you can focus on your business. But you can also implement these strategies yourself, which is completely fine with me. Absolutely. But once again, my name is Becky with Gray Owl Marketing, and my contact information, you can reach out to me via Facebook. But I hope you found this valuable, and I really look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, Erin.